Stewie here with Raid Shadow Legends and the new commercial they just put out. Quite a few views, 76,000. It is in the game. You hit details and it will bring you straight to the YouTube of Raid Shadow Legends and go over this commercial. It's only a 30-second commercial. Let's check it out.
Death Knight's the worst. Hey, I have feelings, you know.
Aw, Death Knight. Death Knight seems like a nice guy.
Is the worst starter in the game. Choose Elhain. Let's see how that works out for you. Do we have the clip?
Now, I do admit that is the best intro of the game, where they come in and then Elhain gets eaten right away when she talks about, they just took out the Skull Crusher very quickly. She's shot in the eyes, and then they were talking all that nonsense, and the dragon just came over and ate her. I love it. But as you know, for starting champions, you only pick Kale. You don't pick anybody else. It's just the way it is. Unfortunately, they should go back and revise the other 3 starting champions. Seriously, they really should.
I never get tired of seeing that.
Death Knight is good for food, I guess. Wow, that's just... Look, I didn't ask to get summoned, okay? What? You think this
we don't want you to be summoned. We don't want you to be summoned, Death Knight. I'm sorry.
Raid, choose your champions.
Choose your champions. Raid, choose your... Oh, there's our buddy. There's our buddy.
Death Knight's the worst.
Hell, Hades. Okay, Raid, choose your champions. Obviously, you don't really choose your champions in Raid. You do choose your starting champion, and that's really it. That's the only one that you have a choice on. Other ones you just get as you log in, and then, you pull shards for them and whatnot. Okay, the final joke is hilarious. Choose your champion, more like buy your champions, okay? Raid is pay to play, right? Okay, so somebody talking about Raid isn't pay to play. Raid isn't pay to play. You can get through it, but they really need to streamline the process of the beginning, right? That's 100%. I mean, every game does this. Summoners Wars does it. Epic 7. If you play anything new like Calibria or 7 Deadly Sins, amazing games, they basically give you materials so you can 6-star a few champions when you start the game. And they put you in a direction to make sure you 6-star the correct ones. So if this game made me pick Kale and then gave me an Apothecary and then made me both 6-star both of those and fully master them out, and helped me do that, right? Not forced me to where I have to use my own materials, but sent me on these little side quests, and I get 5-star chickens, and then we make a Kale. That's what games do. I mean, that's what all games do, especially when they've been out for a year. And it doesn't matter how well they're received or what their retention is in the beginning, they still always do that. So let's go on. Let's see what other stuff we have here. See if we can see some positive in here, or if it's just going to be a bunch of negative. The next update, Dead Knight, will be a legendary drop. Okay. $50 for a crap pack is no microtransaction, but it's a buy $5 maximum. Okay, well, microtransactions are usually $50. I mean, nothing we can do about that. Microtransactions in these type of app games nowadays, it's $50 or $99. That's just the way it is. In early February, this game had a rating of 4.5 on Play Store. Now it's at 3.9. Keep up the good work, Polarium. Yeah, I don't know. We've been in limbo for quite a while right now, right? We are just... it's funny because Farting Cal said in my stream this morning that he went back and watched a video or remembered a video that Kizzle and I did 9 months ago talking about issues in the game. And he said all those issues are still in the game. When you have a game like this, if you've played 7 Deadly Sins or Calibria, if you have AI issues or you have champions not doing something or something broken or bad encounters, those get fixed by other companies. That's what I've always said about other games. And you guys maybe have never played any other games before, but if you just played other games or took a break from Raid, put it on the back burner, stop spending money, because I really don't feel like this company is going to do anything until they hit rock bottom. They're really truly not going to do anything until it hits up to Aristocrat Associates, right, the parent company, and then they're going to be like, hey, what is going on? What has been going on? And then somebody else is going to come in there with a fine-tooth comb, look through everything, see what's up, maybe make some changes, hopefully make some changes, and really redo how we do everything in this game. But we'll see. We'll see what's happening. Because right now, we just haven't had anything. We haven't had any content. We haven't had any updates. And they really just keep us wondering what in the world is going on with this game. And why is it so hard to make this game like all the other games out there? To at least update like they do. To make your, balance maybe spiders 16 through 20. Do something like that. Here's an idea, Polarium. Instead of wasting time and money trying to make funny commercials, how about you start listening to the community? The one that's helped you make money. Okay, make a crap ton of money in features like that. You're right. But even though we all know that this is a different department, the devs don't program this commercial. Obviously, they just film it with some marketing or whoever else. We know they're totally different departments. We know that. But yes, should they focus on the game? Should we know more about the game? Should they maybe come out with a commercial telling us all about the game and about all the sweet changes and fixes in this type of funny fashion? That'd be pretty cool. I could get down with that. But they don't do that kind of stuff. So at least the commercial is somewhat sort of funny over the misery of playing game. Dubstep G. Yes, it is somewhat funny overplaying the misery of playing this game. I got you. I can't read Russian. I'm assuming this is Russian. I've seen it on the forums, right? On the Pallarium forums. EA in the game, Pallarium, choose your champion, whoever that is. No one intends to build a wall. Okay? Alrighty here. Okay, I'm not even going to read those other comments. Great video, sure, but please focus on the game, not on advertising. Your game will soon die if you don't. And like I said, I think that's what's going to happen. This game is literally going to have to, and it already has. I mean, everybody I know, and I know a lot of people in this game, have stopped spending, including myself. There's just nothing to spend money on, nothing to do. If you are early game or mid game, you will get there, my friend. If you think that everything is great in this game, or that the small little errors that you see are no big deal, well, they add up. All those small things add up to a big pile of doo-doo, right? In the end, that's what's going to happen. When you don't take care of all those things, that is what happens. Clan boss, everything else, we can name 100 different things, but that is what is up. So, to watch the rest of the commercial, you got to pay $14.99. Calvin, you are correct. That is a funny comment. I like that one. I'll give that a thumbs up. Okay, played a lot of other games for the last week. Games that include in-game purchases, but I've come to the conclusion that Raid is the only one that makes you feel like you have to purchase. It kind of does make you feel that way. I can admit to that. This game is not balanced very well. And again, that goes back to what I said about starting the game, starting champions, and what other games do to make it easier and make it so that people can get a group of 5 leveled up quickly, mastered out, so that they have something to play with and it's not such a struggle. And that also entices people to spin and to play more. But again, we don't know what's going on with the game. We don't get any kind of information from this company. And that's it. We're just kind of stuck. We don't get any kind of content or information whatsoever. You should spend more time on developing and then making ads. Right. So true. I agree with you. Different departments. Right. We know different departments. Okay. This game is terrible. Unethical practices. Not really unethical practices there. I think this game is just like all the rest. They're all the same. It's no unethical practices, but they have a lot of room to improve. And if they don't, I feel like it's going to go very badly for them. I really do. I think it's already gone very badly, like way downhill. And I think there's something seriously wrong with the game inside the code or somewhere with the game or where they're at location-wise. I don't know, but obviously there's something really messed up for them not to be able to do certain things. Like when you can't change a champion because he's a boss champion in the campaign, and that's your excuse for the last year. Oh, I'm sorry. We can't do anything about that champion because they're an actual boss champion in the campaign, and you can't fix that and carry on with the game. There's something wrong. If you can't add inventory space because it will crash your servers, there's something wrong. So really, in the end, there's something majorly wrong with this game. Not only the company. Of course, we know the company obviously cannot get it together. There's something very, very wrong with the game, though. There really is. To have these kind of issues that no other games have, and that other games, when they have it, they fix it immediately. Something very, very, very different. And if you don't, again, if you've only played this game, you won't understand what I'm talking about. If you haven't played any of the new games that come out, or the older games that have been around for 5 years that do everything, then that's why. Then that's why you don't understand it yet. But you will. You'll understand it. Don't worry. Just keep playing. You'll understand it. Just guard your wallet. Have a good time. Nothing wrong with playing Raid. And then when, all of us who aren't spending money anymore and who aren't really playing the game, we're going to come back. When there's a big update, we'll come back and try it out. But here's the thing. When we come back and try it out, 50% of the people are going to come back and be like, okay, I tried it. It's still not enough. And it won't be enough. It'll just be like a void tower. That's still not fixing all the major issues in the game. Like real game issues. Balancing with different stages. Adding in what they're supposed to be adding in, sorting, quality of life, everything else in the game. Just because they add a little bit of content, I have a feeling that most of us are going to come back and we're just going to go straight back to 7 Deadly Sins, Calibria, something else that's coming out new on the horizon. We're just going to wind up going back to those because right when you take a break from something like this, you start to really see. You're like, man, a weight has been lifted. I feel so much better. I'm playing this other game, which is super friendly, free to play. It's got cosmetics too to support the game, so the whales all spend on the cosmetics. We don't have to worry about any kind of, there's a comment in here about energy. Also increase the amount of energy. And at first when I read this, increase the amount of energy, that's just people complaining about energy. But really, in Raid Shadow Legends, that is very true because they log in, they spend their 130 energy, they do their clan balls, they do their faction wars, and they're done for the day. They don't have any more. And that really is a Pallarium Raid Shadow Legends problem because other games, what they'll do are events. They give you lots of energy so that you can play throughout the game so that you'll stay playing the game, right? Where Raid doesn't do that. Their events do not give you that kind of energy. They're not free to play friendly at all. They never have been, and they don't give you any kind of extra energy like that to play with except for your 90-day login. You'll get some here and there. But yeah, you're right. Energy is an issue. I don't mean energy as in the amount of energy we get for refill, but the amount of really the events and everything else that we have. That's an issue. That's a real issue in the game. And before I thought that wasn't an issue, but you're right. The other games make it very easy for you to get energy and do special things for you throughout the weekends, throughout the week to make sure that you keep engaged in the game, that you want to play the game, because when you want to do that, you will spend on the game. So here we are. Just a bunch of other comments like that. I didn't really see a lot of great comments. Maybe one out of every 50 was an okay comment, not a I love you guys, you're doing a great job, carry on kind of thing. It was like, I chose, one of them said that they did chose Elahan and she's a great champion. One said something else like that. There wasn't a lot of other stuff in here. But that's it. I just thought I'd look over this commercial and read some of the comments and see how it's going with you guys. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for the time and support, and I will see you guys all on a video soon.